Talking about my love of Twist Online has garnered some interesting responses, so I think I need to remind people that gacha games are not for minors. And in my opinion, as a media ethics student, I think gacha games should be age restricted. Gacha games rely on a gambling model. That means you are supposed to be spending money. The game expects you to be spending money, which means you are of an age demographic that should have disposable income, so definitely not children, definitely not teenagers. In fact, the demographics for most gacha games are typically early 30s. To use Twist as an example, a poll came out 2 years ago polling the average age demographic of a Japanese Twisted Wonderland player, and the average age was 27. Because these games are not for kids. And in my opinion, they shouldn't be accessible for kids. We have enough evidence that gacha games trigger the same parts of the brain that gambling addictions do. We've seen people go into debt over these fictional little characters. And Twist is no different just because it's a JP Disney IP. Gacha games aren't for kids and they shouldn't be for kids. In fact, most of these games are borderline unplayable free for play because they expect you to have disposable income to play on this game. They expect you to be playing it with your wallet open, which is not a safe environment for children. I'm getting a lot of comments saying I'm too grown to be playing Twist or too grown to be as invested I am in the ships, headcanons, etc. that I am. But this is another moment where I need to remind you all that fandom has never been for children. Fandom and various types of media have always been for people who can spend the money on that media. Kids can't afford to go to cons, let alone run them. Kids can't afford to buy all of that Oshi merch. Kids aren't the ones writing multi-chapter epics with big-ass words in them. Kids aren't the one programming these games. I would even argue for media such as Twist, it should be labeled very explicitly 18 and up. It's created by Yana Tobaso. It has some really dark themes in it. Like, lots of triggering content that should probably be labeled, actually, now that I'm, really pondering it. These games just aren't for kids. They just aren't. If you're gonna want to be in a fandom that has little to no adults in it, you're not gonna want to be in a fandom who inherently relies on gambling, international online gambling, to keep it alive.